of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh, you touch my mind.
Good morning, Valhalla! Psychodorf 9! Henry Gambos! Great googly moogly, it's positive candor! Deborah Cohen! The angriest wrench in Valhalla, it's Mark the Infinitely Tired! Man Squatch! And B. Mason!
What is your profession?
Mephisto's Movie Reviews! The Mad Doctor of Valhalla, Dega Outlaw! The Muppet from Another Puppet Show back, TJC! Gary Badger Sandwich Worthington! Man Squatch! Comic Relief Crusader! It's time to wake the neighbor's voice with Southern Viking! Mephisto's Movie Reviews! The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia! Mary's Game Room! Pacific 414! Scott Westbrook! Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this special Memorial Day Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. I am your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody, and a big good morning to my co-host, the guy who just put some glasses on and got out of the shower, ladies. Ooh la la.
Oh, no,
Zeropium, what is up? What is up, brother?
You son of a bitch. So good morning to this guy. Morning fist bump. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Pew. Yeah. So who better to celebrate your American Memorial Day than this mother Canucker right here? Oh my goodness. So yeah, happy Memorial Day to my friends south of the border. Good morning to my brother in crime, Loki. Oh yeah, kicking it. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, because it is great to see you all this Monday morning.
Yeah, it was okay. I tell you what, as far as conventions go, this last one on Saturday was kind of
iffy.
Yeah.
No se menes, or is it Mase Mon? I don't know. No se habla español, but anyway.
No habla inglés.
Somewhere Mexican Iron Man is shaking his head and his fist at me.
I doubt he's probably snoring in his sleep.
Yeah, or he's picking the glass shards out of his iron thong again. We all know how that goes. Oh yeah. All right. Well, it's Monday. It's the start of another week.
Monday.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You can tell we've already got the Monday morning hangover. There's really nothing going on, but my God, busy weekend, but big shout out to Brandon for having me on Saturday. That was cool.
Heard you could be on another one.
Yeah. I heard you might be on another one too.
How do you know about that?
I heard it through the grapevine.
How do you know about that? Nobody knows about that.
I would like to say Zero has some connections, but really Zero just stole your connections. That's about it.
Snowed Up says a skull and tuck and roll. What's up, brother? Good morning. Happy Memorial Day. Hopefully you have the day off today. Hopefully, all of you have the day off today. Unless you're in Canada and you don't get the day off today.
Yeah. Because this guy's got things going on later. Because we celebrate our holidays different than you. Why? Because we're assholes.
Well, you're Canadians.
Yeah, we're Canadians. So we're different in our own unique way. That's the most Canadian way I can put it, saying we're kind of strange and out there.
So really quick before we get going, Scott Westbrook throws out a pair and a $10 super chat that says, thank you, brother, so very much. Thank you for being here this morning, for hanging out, and for throwing the pair.
All right.
And Adega Outlaw with $4.99 super chat says, the day of heroes, of the valiant, the selfless, and the brave. May we remember our fallen and what they gave all for all of you. Absolutely. Absolutely. We should have an entire month dedicated to veterans and dedicated to the heroes that kept this country safe, your country safe, however you want to look at it.
Well, I mean, realistically, come on. Without them, there is no us.
The price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and so many people gave their lives to give us freedom of speech.
Yeah. To
give us freedom to go down to the supermarket and buy whatever we want. And there are people that are trying to take that away from us. So,
yep, I think it's ridiculous. So I know you guys probably deserve more than one day out of the year. So, I mean, hey, take it upon yourselves and celebrate any day of the week any way you want. That's all you got to do. And yes, we do. Yeah, Shellback, we do have a Canada Day up here, which is July 1st. We celebrate the invention of donuts. Tim Horton donuts. That's what we use Canada Day for. It might as well be.
Thank you guys so very much for your super chats. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one is just for you guys, gentlemen. Skull! So let's talk. And guys, please throw out your picks here.
Yeah.
Please throw out your picks in chat. Let us know what you think. I know that I'm going to start off with one hell of a movie here this morning. Apocalypse Now, 1979, Francis Ford Coppola, Vietnam War, Martin Sheen, Robert Duvall, Lawrence Fishburne, Marlon Brando. One hell of a movie. 8 Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
Best Picture, Best Director. 1 for Best Cinematography, Best Sound. What a hell of a movie.
Yeah. I mean, what year was that again? 70... Zero's brain is already gone. He's still got weekend hangover.
It was the year Loki was born.
1979. I was gonna say 1987. All right, that is when you were born, was it not?
79.
No, you act like an 87 baby.
Oh yeah. I don't think so.
Anyway, all right.
I got lucky. I came in under the wire. I'm an ex-kid.
I don't know. When I was born, the doctor slapped my mother, so I don't know anything about that. But anyway, yeah, Apocalypse Now. Holy balls, what a film. What a film. I mean, for so many different reasons, from cinematography to somewhat graphical nature, performances. I mean, performances were solid up and down the board in that one. That is one I have seen. All right. Yeah. And we all know, of course, where the iconic line comes from, when Marlon Brando's laying there and it's like, yeah, you just kind of, you take it all in all at once. It's, whew. Wow. So yeah, good choice there.
Mephisto. Yeah. Apocalypse Now and Alien. Have you seen Alien?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Is that like is it like a space movie or something? Anyway, so yeah, sorry, we're not going there today. Not quite a war movie. So yeah.
NB Mason says we were soldiers in Saving Private Ryan and the Patriot. Patriot is every 4th of July. I watch the Patriot. Every 4th of July, I watch the Patriot. That's one of my go-to have to watch every year movies.
Good call on that one. So, yeah.
Penny, good morning, Penny. She says Loki, my firstborn in 979. Well, I was 1079, so I was just a month later.
Wow, God, I'm younger. I wasn't too far behind. I was a few years behind.
We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. That's right.
Yeah. So Vietnam War films, my goodness. Yeah, there was quite a few of those out there too. I mean, do you kind of stick, like when it comes to your national holidays, do you kind of stick to a collection that represents that timeline, or do you just kind of like throw war movies together in a big, memorial bundle?
One of my all-time favorites is Heartbreak Ridge. And that's because there is some humor, you got some humor. Clint Eastwood kicking ass and taking names will always be in the way he teaches these guys. They all hate him. They absolutely hate him. Gun it highway. And they want to get rid of him. They don't want him to be passing on the knowledge that he has, but then they get in some absolute furball hairy shit and they realize this son of a bitch knows what he's doing. So Southern Viking, love Heartbreak Ridge, great film. Absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely. And it shows exactly what a lot of that's going on now. They're trying to get rid of the experienced veterans and bring guys in skirts in. So
yeah, because that'll go over well. Again, just wait till the pendulum swings back the other way. Good God, I hope that happens. Yeah, show them a thing or two. But yeah. So chat's already throwing some good ones out there. My goodness.
Oh yeah. Henry Gamble says, yeah, but We Were Soldiers is the one that captures the harrowing nature and abject brutality of Vietnam. It's Mel Gibson's best performance, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there anyway.
I knew Gunny was bad, but I didn't know he was that bad.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Deer Hunter, Black Hawk Down. My goodness.
Black Hawk Down. Let's talk about Black Hawk Down. Have you,
I saw it once. Oh God, probably when it came out. How long ago was that? Was that late 2000s?
2001.
Yeah. Holy crap. Wow. We're going back a ways already. It's funny when you think things are still kind of recent and then you realize they're already over 20 years old. My goodness. But yeah. Whew. Man, what a movie that was. Holy crap. I know, considering the timing of everything when that came out too. Wow.
So Ridley Scott, like him, love him, hate him, whatever. 1993 raid in Mogadishu. Attempt to rescue, obviously, a downed Black Hawk. You've got Josh Hartnett, Ewan McGregor, Eric Bana, Tom Sizemore, Sam Shepard, William Fichtner, Jeremy Piven, and Tom Hardy.
It's funny when you look back on that cast of characters now, because you realize it's like such an ensemble cast comparatively today. So yeah, geez, you don't get those too often.
No, you don't. You don't. And that was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't have a movie about something like that today. And I think that kind of takes away from it takes away from the sacrifices that our servicemen and women make to protect our country. They don't want to do movies like that anymore. They want to shy away from all that now.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking, my God, it was like almost 100 years ago. Can we just move on? Oh,
Boosh.
Oh,
Says I accidentally rented that at a hotel 13 times.
you know, yeah, I kind of had the same problem when I kept renting a movie called Rambone. I don't know what the hell I was getting into. It was a good movie though. Anyway.
Mephisto brings up a few good men.
You know, that one, okay, that one came to mind. But I wasn't.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, but I mean, the sad truth is, nowadays is what can you say about it without trying to quote anything from it, really? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. But you wouldn't, I mean, normally nowadays when you look back on it, it's probably, you can probably look at it a little bit differently. But even back then, when you think, oh, big, courtroom drama kind of thing, but yeah, looking back on it's like, wow, they were really going somewhere with that.
They were, and because of that, we got a little show called Jag.
Mm-hmm. God,
because
I
that
remember
movie did
Jag.
so well. We got a little courtroom drama TV show called Jag.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, which actually, I mean, geez, how long did that go on for?
10 years.
10. Yeah, I mean that's a long time. That's a long.
I don't know. I think like most of the cast was gone by the time they did season 9 and season 10.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, when you have something that runs for that long, let alone a decade, you kind of always run the risk of having stuff like that fall off towards the end. But yeah. Good morning, Vietnam. Oh, I knew that was coming up.
Adrian Cronauer. Good morning, Vietnam.
Woo! And
rocking it from the Delta to the DMZ.
Somewhere Robin Williams is smiling. Oh my goodness.
I'll get you, my little pretty, and your little GI too.
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, since we
dang me, take out a rope and hang me.
I don't know if that portion of the joke would fly anymore. I mean, if you consider how Robin Williams went out. Yeah, but anyway.
I think he'd still like the joke.
he'd probably, hey, what did he used to say? Joke him if they can't take a fuck. So yeah.
And then he was off doing something else.
He was probably playing Zelda on Nintendo.
I don't know if he played video games at all. I have no idea. I have no idea if he ever played video games.
His daughter's name is Zelda Williams.
Oh.
Where do you think that came from? So maybe somewhere he's off playing a
damn video game.
I'm
on the 10th dungeon. Damn it, leave me alone.
Yeah, that's why he was a cool guy. He put his talents
probably
everywhere.
Voiced all the characters too while he was playing it. That would be like the hidden the Legend of Zelda Robin Williams tapes.
Oh God, how somebody out there with the technical
what the hell's a rupee?
Somebody out there with the technical know-how has got to make a ROM hack of that. That would be fantastic. Good
Morning Vietnam is one of my top. Yeah.
So since we kind of swung the Vietnam way, momentarily, I'll just throw. I'm not going to use Forrest Gump as a whole, but that whole Vietnam portion of the movie was fantastic. I mean, the movie was fantastic in itself, but man, when you get down in there with the Vietnam stuff going on, yeah. And the other one, someone in chat also mentioned, was Deer Hunter. I remember that one too. That was crazy. I thought the ending was a little bit odd because it just kind of went and it was over. But throughout that whole thing, good God, y'all.
Adega sent me that this morning. Of course, Charlton Heston, Henry Fonda, Midway.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, we're going back a ways.
So.
A war's defining battle. Hey, Bubba. Hi, Forrest. Oh my goodness. So yeah,
Lieutenant Dan ice cream. Is Forrest Gump considered now? I don't know.
No, I don't consider that a war movie, but I give it an honorable mention just because of all the Vietnam.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. And I mean, come on, Gary Sinise as Lieutenant Dan before and after his tragic accident. Man.
Hi, Bubba. Hi, Forrest.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end, when he's under the tree, like, I miss you, Jenny. It's like, you know what? If that doesn't hit you in the feels somewhere.
Jenny was a whore. I don't even want to talk about it.
No,
Jenny was such a...
No. I'm not talking about Jenny was a bitch. Let's just get that out there right now. But the way the void that was in Gump's heart, man, you had to feel something for him because he just wanted nothing but the best. So yeah. So honorable mention to that one. And Deer Hunter. We had that way back in the day on double VHS when they still sold those. That was crazy.
I hated Jenny. Yeah.
Everybody hated Jenny.
God.
Because like when you look back on it now, you can see it as an adult saying, yeah, I'm just going to flake on out through your whole entire life. It's like, oh, Forrest, I'm dying. By the way, here's your kid.
Gary Sinise fucking rocked it. Pardon my language. I can't like not say the F-bomb when I say that because but Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Yes, I know that.
Well,
you got magic legs. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm a man of my word. Don't you think that I'm going to be calling you captain or sir, whatever. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, Deer Hunter. Thoughts?
We gotta bring up if we're gonna talk about Vietnam movies. We gotta bring up one of the all-time holy shit balls. I can't believe they made this Vietnam movies, and that is Full Metal Jacket.
Oh. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of that movie?
Pile. God help me. I can't help it. It's not the, it's not the cheapy, sexy Asian. It is Private Pile. It is God help me. That guy, dude, the Full Metal Jacket.
Oh my God. Yep. It's one.
Damn it, Pile.
We all got to take a bite. Yep. Anything with the drill sergeant that, oof, man. Yeah. Oh, hells yeah. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that stuff was out there.
Band of Brothers, Masters of the Air. Both. Oh yeah. Positive Candor was nailing them. Good morning, Punkwater. The little penguin.
All right. There's
the little
our
penguins here.
Valhalla's own version of Happy Feet right there.
I am in a world of shit. Oh, Private Pile. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he would go on. The actor, you think about it. He goes on to be, Fisk and the cockroach in oh shit, what's that movie about the aliens? There, is that better?
Yeah, Men in Black.
Men in Black, yes.
With that,
I want sugar and water.
Oh my God, yeah. Back when Will Smith was still semi-tolerable, but hey, today is not about him. American Sniper. Oh geez, has there been more than one?
I know there's been a bunch of sniper movies.
Okay, so that's probably the yeah.
I think there's only one American Sniper movie, unless they went off and did something stupid to try to do
I don't know. I remember seeing a bunch of something sniper movies in the DVD bargain bin every day, but yeah. Oh, good God.
Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree with this statement. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
One hell of a badass actor. So,
yeah, before he went on to try to tame raptors. How about that?
Now, okay, I've got one for you. Now, some people might not like this. Some people might not like this. I know I sure as hell didn't like it at the time. I thought it was going to be like action-packed, Born on the 4th of July, Tom Cruise.
That one,
such a wacky ass movie.
That one would have flown right over my head. That never even would have come to mind. How crazy.
So, 1989, I'd been around 9 or 10 years old.
I would have been, oh Jesus. Depending on what month that came out, I either would have been 6 or 7. Jesus.
It's Oliver Stone. So
yeah. So say what you will there.
Say what you will, but Phil, TMNT, seeing two dudes make you very kinky and smash that like and sub button. Thank you so much, Phil.
Well, that's awesome. Today's not the day for that, but wait until you see Lars and Sven. That's a whole other.
Yeah, Lars and Sven.
Oh, so
It'd be
what?
amazing.
What is it you like to do for the Memorial Day?
We're not doing that.
No, we're not. We're not doing that today. After I just said we're not going there
making
today.
sausages.
And then here we go. All right, we're closing that chapter.
Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge.
Gone with the Wind. Oh my God. Wow. See, I never would have thought of that one either.
So,
and Hacksaw Ridge. So yeah, I'm obviously gonna.
Did you see Hacksaw Ridge?
I have not seen Hacksaw.
Okay, so 2016. It's not that old. Based on a true story, inspired by a true story, however you want to say it. Battle of Okinawa. Andrew Garfield, World War II, saved 75 of his fellow soldiers without firing a single bullet. Goes on to become the first conscientious objector to be awarded the Medal of Honor.
All right.
He got nominated Best Actor for Garfield. It's a really good movie.
All right.
But let's go a little older. Let's go a little older.
A little
old school.
A little older.
Let's talking about something. Older? Let's talk about something that absolutely positively changed a generation. MASH.
Holy shit.
Because it's not just a movie.
It's not just
what we're talking about.
And it's not just
movies.
It's not just the TV show either. Because I mean, you know, it's ironic. I mean, it's kind of funny when you think about it, because you go to, you know, the TV show that probably everybody thinks of when you first hear that word, which was, you know, while it had its moments, it was very much, you know, comedic, for lack of a better term. But when you go back and you look at the original film, you're thinking, okay, like if you saw the TV show first and then you went back to the film, you're probably thinking, this is not what I was expecting at all, you know? So yeah, I really cool dynamic how they kind of just did the complete bipolar kind of thing there.
Well, you know, the actors obviously in the movie are different than the actors in the TV show, but let's focus on the movie real quick. Donald Sutherland, Tom Skerritt, Elliot Gould, Sally Kellerman, Margaret Hot Lips O'Houlihan, which she was also in the first season of Star Trek. She was in Where No One Has Gone Before, or Where No Man's Gone Before. So,
yeah. And Donald Sutherland, hey, shout out to another fellow Mother Canucker.
Frank Burns is a menace. Anytime someone dies, he says it's God wills or somebody else's fault. We need to get rid of him, Henry.
Oh, man. You know, back when I was a kid, I was always wondering where the term hot lips came from. And then bang, there you go.
Well, watch the movie and find out. Frank strangled me. And you're like, oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Kiss my hot lips, son. Hot lips? Shit. Hot lips? I mean, I can see us, like, me and you looking at each other like, hot lips? Oh, we need to share this with the entire camp.
Oh, my God.
Let's get the mic set up. We're going to share this with the entire camp. That's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zero hasn't drank enough to do that already.
Hot lips?
Oh, my God. Oh, crazy.
So is it just like Good Old Boys, which it is not. It's comrades, it's friends, it's brothers. They're going to get into some crazy shit. That's just the way it is. And MASH exemplifies that, you know? Oh, we have to share this with the entire camp. Zero.
You know, well, I mean, it's true. It's like when you have, you know, your ragtag group that comes together like that. Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, I'm not a vet. I can't speak for him, but you know, maybe that's how it was for some of them. You know, they got to amuse themselves somehow underneath, all the other shit that's going on there. Hot lips.
Hot lips. Kiss my hot lips.
Kiss my
hot lips. Hot lips.
Oh, ooh, baby.
Okay. Platoon.
Shark.
Oh my God, I can't say his name. Charlie Sheen. Tom Berenger, William Dafoe.
Again,
come on.
Yeah, again, looking back, like what an ensemble right there.
Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
I mean, can you beat these are legendary movies, man.
Mm-hmm.
These are legendary movies that Hollywood put out. And you're like, where is that Hollywood now?
Yeah.
They wouldn't touch any of this.
Oh God, no. It's probably too sensitive for some people, or too graphic, or maybe the history that they've been taught does not follow up with what they now currently believe in. What was that old thing we used to make fun of? Oh, you weren't there, so you don't know.
You weren't there, so you don't know. You have no idea.
Okay, yeah. And the hundreds of years of recorded, notions and everything, that I guess that didn't mean anything to them either. But yeah, you don't see that a whole lot anymore. Especially not, big budget productions, because they probably just don't want to front the bill for something like that.
No, they don't.
Doesn't fit their agenda.
It does not fit their agenda. They hate patriotism.
Yeah. I mean,
speaking of patriotism,
it's pretty sad when you can't, a patriot.
You brought this up, Saving Private Ryan.
Wow. Okay. So I remember when that came out, one of my first thoughts was, really, Tom Hanks is going to play a war hero? I mean, realistically, there's probably nothing Tom Hanks can't do. Because, really nobody hates Tom Hanks at all. But the one thing, when you finally get through that whole thing, I mean, the sheer, for lack of a better term, brutality of some of the stuff that you saw. I mean, they could have scaled that way up. I think they probably held back when they had to. But the brutality and the graphicalness of everything going on was in your face. And I think Spielberg shot it in a way to showcase that, because all that, in the trenches, on the ground war footage, that was all handheld shaky goodness, because he wanted to encapsulate the chaos that goes on around you. And I thought it was really well done. Nowadays, when you think of shaky cam or anything, it probably gives you a psychological complex. But back then, in those circumstances, I think he nailed it. And fantastic performances too, all around.
Well, you brought up Tom Hanks for the list. Do you not forget, we've also got Matt Damon as which, I mean, I was like, oh my God, it's Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
I know that. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. When what was that other? Just like, oh, really? Okay, Good Will Hunting is a war hero now. But yeah.
Well said.
See, okay, yeah, that's
well said.
Well said.
Well said.
See, exactly though. Tom Hanks can act in a movie with only a volleyball as a co-star. Yeah, and you know what? That's absolutely true. But I thought it's like the way they did it, Tom Hanks didn't outshine anybody else that was in there. He was like he was in there doing exactly what he needed to do. Give them their orders, make sure they do it, and keep this ragtag group of people who are terrified all together, trying to keep them in one piece. And I mean, he went out a hero. Matt Damon went out a hero. Everybody in that cast went out a hero. And I think it was a really good showcase of things that back then a younger generation may not have been able to, experience through film or, history lessons or things of that nature.
Tora. Absolutely excellent movie. Kelly's Heroes is my go-to before MASH for a comedy war movie. Huge cast with Clint Eastwood in the lead role.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely love Kelly's Heroes. Dirty Dozen.
Wow.
Dirty Dozen. Dave Bob brings up Mel Gibson, Patriot. Mm-hmm. That is my 4th of July go-to movie.
Yeah.
So If I cannot, if I'm going to be traveling or I'm going to be partying or whatever I'm doing, then I'll watch it before or right after. But yes, that is my 4th of July go-to movie.
Mm-hmm. Everyone forgets Ted Danson and Nathan Fillion were in Private Ryan too. Who is that? Who else was? Wasn't Vin Diesel in that for a moment before he got shot?
Vin Diesel was in it before he got shot.
I mean, shit. When was that? 98? Is that when that came out? I think somewhere around.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah,
It was 1998.
I mean, it's funny to think about Vin Diesel pre Fast and Furious, and yeah, but looking back, still cool to see him now. But yeah, phenomenal film, phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So really quick, I know we're into this, and I know we're gonna be right back into this, but I do have to do a shout out real quick. Give me 1 second. Where is it?
My God,
I'm trying to make up the roll. Okay, Comic Relief Crusader has a shop he is trying to save. He is trying to save his shop. It is the only way that he makes any money. I'm going to throw a link out in chat. I'm going to pin it. If you can help, thank you very much. If you can share it over the interwebs on your Facebooks, on your twats, any way you can help is very much appreciated. He's trying to save his shop. He's very close to his goal. I think he's over halfway there. Anything you guys can do, even if it's just a couple of dollars, will help. Tell GoFundMe it can on any kind of tip for itself, and just help out Mike, because he needs it, guys. He really does. He's been down with the elbow injury. He can't go back to work until it's healed, and he's trying to save his shop because that's where he makes his moolah at. He does some really cool Transformer stuff. He's got a store. If you go to his YouTube channel, there's a link to his store in his channel that you can look up and buy some pretty cool off-brand Transformer stuff. So if you want to order a poster, order a poster. If you want to help with the GoFundMe, help with the GoFundMe. However you guys decide to help, will be very much appreciated. So thank you guys very much.
All right. Good stuff.
What else we got? Battle of the Bulge.
See, not the first thing that comes to mind when I hear that phrase, but I know where it comes from anyway. Yeah.
You dirty-minded son of a bitch.
No, I meant, oh my God, I need to lose 5 more pounds. Jesus. That's I know. Today's not the day for shoddy humor. All right. I'll see you later. Anyway. All right. Thoughts. Kick us off.
Let's see. Stripes. You want a comedy movie?
Yeah.
Stripes.
So where do you think that, I mean, what's the stronger percentage of the two? Is it a comedy predominantly or a
It's
war
a comedy.
movie? Yeah. Yeah.
You got John Candy trying to be in the army, that's a fact, Jack. You've got, they would have had their assholes torn apart if they'd have come down and done that little parade detail that they did. None of that. I need a special group of sons of bitches for a special project I got cooking. No, but it'd been like, take them son of bitches to the brig right now. Yeah, and then they'd have got the boot. I don't know. You might have got some crazy ass general that have been like, I do need them for a special project.
Oh my God.
Kelly's Heroes.
That
one got brought up earlier, but still one hell of a movie. Dirty Dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Great Escape. Okay. Just so I can pull up everyone that is in that movie.
I thought the motorcycle was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, again, like a lot of off the cuff suggestions that probably just would have, flown over a lot of people's heads there. That's pretty cool.
So, Steve McQueen, James Gardner, Richard Attenborough. Yes. Yes, we did. We have a T-Rex. Yes, he's in the movie. Charles Bronson,
That one. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Donald Pleasance. Holy shit. Played Blythe. James Coburn.
James Colburn too. My God.
Dude, there are
Wow.
so many
Mm-hmm.
great people in this movie that you're just like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's crazy. Was anyone just curious? Was anyone out there going to recommend G.I. Jane for anybody?
No.
And not Chris Rock's wife.
Viggo Mortensen was good in that movie.
Mm. Yeah.
Godion, Private Benjamin.
Wow. See again, yeah. Never would have thought of stuff like that. It's nice when chat is educated. Because I'm not.
Mephisto brings up a really good point. Okay. So Great Escape,
Mm-hmm.
star-studded cast. Damn near none of them make it. Steve McQueen makes it because they bring him back in a different vehicle. He's not in the truck. If he'd have been in the truck with the rest of them, they'd have pulled over and they'd have shot them all, including Steve McQueen. But he gets brought back in a special. He gets taxied back.
Yeah.
So they bring him straight back to the prison and they throw him in the cooler. The cooler. You're going to the cooler. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So he can throw his baseball against the wall. Doo-doo. 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 One hell of a movie. One of my favorites. Probably my favorite Steve McQueen movie. I watched the shit out of that movie.
It's tough to think of how many he was in.
Inglorious Bastards.
Oh. You know, I'm happy to say I have seen that one, and I don't remember a damn thing.
9999999. That's immediately what I think about.
I saw it when it came out, and I watched it once, and then everything else just kind of passed me by.
Okay, so Aldo Ray, which is what's his name's character? Son of a bitch. Why can't I think of the actor's name? Because it's too early in the damn morning. And Inglorious.
I'm glad.
I'm sure someone would tell me. Brad Pitt, thank you.
Thank
you, Mephisto.
That's
okay,
awesome.
So Brad Pitt, when he is giving the speech at the beginning of the movie, he's like, and I want my scalps. That is my father. Up and down, from the fucking hair to the mustache to the gloves to the I'm from Tennessee and I want my scalps.
Yeah.
That yes, right there. And
right.
yes, my father was from Tennessee. So, and I got to hear about how they used to go ridge running and all kinds of shit back in the day. So
I'm going to get my milk. I'm going to go take a nap.
Inglourious Bastards, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you could. So another
The Badger.
Wow. So there's another one, which I don't think has been thrown out yet. I'm probably going to get the color wrong. I'm sorry, but the thin red line, thin blue line.
Thin red line.
Whatever, red. Yeah, I knew it was one of the two. I don't know if anyone's recommended that or not, but yeah, I do recall that one as well. Jesus, yeah, we're starting to go back a little ways now.
So they remade Thin Red Line. I think it was in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Good movie.
And there's our awkward silence of the morning. A great post-war movie, Godzilla. Okay, which one?
Well, you're either going to go with the first one, or you can go with Godzilla -1. Either movie, because both of them are. I mean, Godzilla -1 is like just a remake of the original Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's just different. So. But a much better way than just saying, "Oh, we're remaking the original Godzilla. We're going to call it -1."
Yeah.
Gojira -1.
Yeah. Yeah, much redder. Yeah, okay, big red one with Lee Marvin and Mark Hamill. Lee Marvin, yeah, he was the other actor I was trying to think of.
Bridge. Yes, Bridge.
Mm.
Bridge over the River Kwai had Alec Guinness in it.
Yeah. Hello there. I know, not the same thing, but yeah. Uncommon Valor, good God. Yeah. Okay, so it's funny how many I have heard of and just totally forgot about because I'm kind of a dumbass.
Dude, if for anybody, and I know you didn't have a chance to see it this way, Mephisto, if I ever get a chance to see that movie in 4DX again, I will go and see it in 4DX again. Smelling the sea air, the rumble shit, all of it. When he goes to charge up and your seat's like, bah, and you're like, oh shit, boom, and you get
because first you say it, then you do it.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, from the smells to the air to the water to the seats to everything, they completely immerse you in the movie. So
that's cool. Very nice.
I know Eris was like, we've got to watch that because I remember like half the movie. All I remember is the seats doing this the entire time. I'm like,
uh-huh. Gee. God, I've
Flying Leathernecks. John Wayne movies.
Wow.
Holy shit. That's one thing hold on.
It's funny because I mean,
John
obviously,
Wayne movies.
what's John Wayne known for? Westerns. So I mean, you wouldn't even.
Oh, he's got a lot of war movies.
Yeah,
you grew up in my house.
People like me wouldn't even
Holy
think
shit.
of anything like that. It's like, no, you're here to watch Platoon, and that's it, and maybe Patton. That's all.
Sands of Iwo Jima, the Green Berets, In Harm's Way, They Were Expendable, Back to Baton. Let's look at 10 best. What is 10 best? We'll spend a minute and we'll do Clint Eastwood movies.
In Harm's Way, 1964. My goodness, it's been
Operation Pacific, 1951. Had a huge budget at the time and quadrupled its budget.
Force 10 from Neveron with Harrison Ford, or Air Force One. Good God, we all know what happened with planes. Get off my plane. I know that's not
my plane.
I know that's not a war movie, but man, in contextually, when you look back,
In Harm's Way, Flying Leathernecks, 1951. Yes. Flying Tigers. Want to talk about flying? We'll do Flying Tigers too.
Yeah.
They Were Expendable. The Fighting Seabees.
Sean Connery was in Hunt for Red October. Yes, he was.
What?
Sure. Sean Connery in the Hunt for Red October. Yeah.
Could that be called a war movie though?
My name is Sean Connery. You will allow whatever I deem appropriate. Yes. Anyway, yeah.
Longest Day.
Longest Day. Yeah. Oh God, there was another one I was thinking of, and now it's totally slipped my mind.
Sands of Iwo Jima. It's got 100%
Das
audience
Boot.
score. That's crazy. Das Booten.
Das Boot.
We used to talk about Das Boot. Give them the Das Boot.
Hey, why don't you give Machini a boot?
Oh, Mahogany slides in the chat with a $10 super chat and says, Happy Memorial Day, Loki and Zero. This day should be more of a month. I was just saying that. This should be a month. But that's just my opinion anyway. Ready to go right after you guys go off the air. Much love to you, brother.
Awesome.
And just a reminder, we've got Machini coming up on the morning block right here on YouTube, on your Rumbles, on your Twit-twats, wherever we're broadcasting.
Whatever you kids use these days.
Right.
Yeah. Give them Das Boot. Okay, so I mentioned this one. Boot is pronounced boat. Yeah, but you see up here north of the border. See, you're a polar bear, Snorty. You should know this. You spend most of your time north of the border. Up here, we say boot.
It's about to boot.
That's what it's the
The
movie.
boot,
Is,
a boot.
the movie, is a boot, a boot.
It's a boot, a boot. You gotta think, Snorty, you're dealing with Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
That's why your kind likes to eat his kind. Because, yeah.
We'll peg Timbits at you, buddy. We know how to throw them pretty hard. So anyway, better than the Canadians pronouncing a boot as a boot. Yeah, I think we just went there.
Boot,
all right.
yeah.
So I did mention this one to Loki backstage because I remember seeing this in school, when we actually learned about history and shit back then. And we're going back a ways. So I'm going to throw this one out here. Judgment at Nuremberg.
Okay.
We're going back a ways. Now I don't know if there's been more than one. But man, when you watch that whole court proceeding, as a younger lad back then, and they're going into not so much graphic detail about what was taking place, but the whole, man, it was pretty wild to see things, from that perspective. Cause you think war, all that shit, but then you got all this other legal stuff and all that other kind of shit happening at the same time. And you're thinking, the fallout for anything of that magnitude it's just incredible to see. So it's kind of it was a really interesting perspective on what you normally probably wouldn't think of right off the bat when you think of the term war movie.
Yes, positive candor, flags of our fathers. We did bring that up first thing this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that on the Twitter this morning and I'm thinking, wow, there's just things just happen. Although I don't see any resemblance here, but hey, that's all right. Still,
is my beard really going that way?
No. Are my ribs really showing that much? I don't think so. That's all right.
Well, that's because you're in your human form.
Oh yeah, that's right.
God help us
yeah.
Yeah.
God help us if I come on here all that naked shit one day. Y'all don't want to see that.
John Wallace. Really?
I was not aware of that. And see, I wasn't going to mention Braveheart because obviously totally different war in a totally different country. But yeah, I was not aware. But you see, it goes to show the more you know about things, the more you learn, eh? Up here in our igloos, we don't have access to all those fancy things you call films down there, eh?
See, I knew it.
It is not. He's just.
I know it.
He's screwing with you. He's screwing with you.
I
don't see it.
I'm not worried about it, even if it was.
But hey,
I've lost half of it.
The day Loki comes on wearing Just for Men, that's the day the show ends right there. Oh my God. Wow.
Mention Hamburger Hill. Why did they call it Hamburger Bill? Because those poor boys got turned to hamburger.
Yeah. Well, who's hungry?
Where are we going? I got a Waffle House down the road. Who wants to go to Waffle House this morning?
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you want to go next Monday after the show, I'll meet you there because that's how long it'll probably take me to drive there. My God. Okay, I'll see y'all later. I'm on my way.
I'll do Waffle House. Some people are like, ew, Waffle House. We got a good Waffle House down the street.
See, we don't have any Waffle Houses around here. We have places that sell waffles, but we don't have Waffle House.
How can you not have a Waffle House? It's like cold as shit there. So coffee, waffles, it's all like hot.
I know.
Food. How do you not have a Waffle House?
We got Tim Hortons on every corner of every street.
That's the problem.
And yeah, and I mean, we've got maybe a few Starbucks in town if you want to pay like $20 for a fucking double is what we call it up here. Oops, I just said the F word. So yeah, The Canadians, we're weird, eh? We're really weird. We have waffle places, but they're not called Waffle House. Top Gun Cold War era, Top Gun Maverick. See, yeah. I mean, they're both really good. I mean, I guess if you want to lump them into your kind of offshoot war movie collection, yeah, that would be a way to go. Because I mean, hell, I mean, if you really want to, really stretch it out, you could throw Aliens in there because that had a lot of Cold War reference to it as well. But again, totally different genre and everything. But yeah, there's a lot out there.
Pat S says, I love this. I absolutely love this. My dad used to tell people who thanked him for serving on Memorial Day, I'm not dead. Thought he was a jerk when I was younger. I get it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like asking your dad to go to school on Memorial Day to represent, and he's like, oh, I'm not dead yet, son.
Yeah. All right. Hot take. The word happy shouldn't go with Memorial Day. What do you think? Is it a celebratory day, or is it a day of reflection, or is it both?
I would say both.
I mean, if you want to use that day to celebrate your freedom because of the sacrifice, yeah, that's the way to go. But I mean, obviously, if it were me, I wouldn't be walking.
You're not celebrating anybody dying.
No, I wouldn't be walking down the street going, "Hey, top of the morning to you, happy Memorial Day." No, it's like, yes, all right, happy Memorial Day, yes, yeah, I get it, I get it. Yeah, wow. So yeah, thank you, chat. Throwing out all those things that I probably never would have thought of. A lot of offshoots, a lot of ones that flew under the radar. But yeah, a lot of good standouts though. Really, really good.
A lot of good standouts. I almost said, "Holy shit, Machina! You got two streams running at the same time," but you don't. Someone else is playing. Well, someone had a Stellar Blade thing up, and I immediately was like, "Oh, that's Machina's."
Oh, here's another hot take. Krispy Kreme is far superior to Tim Hortons. Yeah. Okay. Well, tell that to your calorie count and your colon.
Okay. Here's the problem. Okay. I used to love Krispy Kreme. And during the pandemic, I went up to Krispy Kreme. This is like freaking year one. This is like first 3 or 4 months. They would not let me in the store. They were screaming at me to get out of the store and go around and use the drive-thru. I went around and used the drive-thru, and then the lady sitting there pointing at her mask, shaking her head no, and I'm like, what? And finally she creaks open the drive-thru door and goes, I can't serve you without a mask. And I said, you have a mask on, you fat bitch. And
oh my God. Wow.
All right. It was so stupid. It was so freaking stupid.
Yeah, that's wow.
I was so pissed off, and it was so stupid. I never went back. Yeah. Never went back to Krispy Kreme. Won't go back to Krispy Kreme. No. I got a Shipley's down the street. If I want a donut, I'll go to freaking Shipley's.
Yeah. I mean, we had Krispy Kreme up here for a while, and then it just kind of died off because it can't compete with Timmy's up here. It just can't do it. Now, for all you people south of the border saying Tim Hortons isn't that good, I'm probably going to have to say you guys aren't making it right. I mean, that's the difference, It's like the old argument, American beer versus Canadian beer. American Tim Hortons versus Canadian Tim Hortons. It goes on and on and on. So, I mean, yeah. Come up here, try it, come to your own conclusions.
Shipley's has stayed true for decades. Yes, it has. Good stuff. And yes, Krispy Kreme, whoever said Krispy Kreme, it's a fried circle of pure butter with sugar on it. Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of what it tasted like. My God. They are good fresh. Maybe Canadians didn't know how to make those properly. They're better fresh than when you let them sit there for a while. But yeah. How did we even get on to this anyway? I have no idea.
I don't know, because it's the end of the show. And
it is the end. We're already at the top of the hour. My goodness.
We can't really get into a whole shitload of more movies, so we're talking about donuts.
Well, hey, celebrate your right to eat whatever donut you want today, folks. and remember those that made that possible for you.
Sorry, I keep sneezing, and I don't want to be like plateau.
It
I don't know. Holy shit!
It happened.
Okay. All right. We will be back later today at 11 a.m. with PJ. Okay, we will be back, and I want to give you guys a quick preview. Give me just a second before we hand everything off to Machini.
And see what his show is about.
Let's see if I can pull this up. There we go. Okay. Share screen. This is Elaine Carter. She is the 1994 June Playmate of the Month. And she will be joining us later today at 11 a.m. on Positively Positive with me and PJ. So make sure you don't miss out on that. It's going to be an absolutely wild ride. I can't wait. I mean, Playmate, Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Holy crap, it's about time.
That's cool. That's also really sad because the Playmate I used to know and was friends with is dead now. That's a story for
you just have to
time.
ruin shit, don't you?
I'm sorry. I'll show myself out. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak, friend, enter. And don't miss Machini coming up next on the morning block here on YouTube. Have a great one, everybody.
Peace.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.